Is there such a thing as too much love? You know, we've all seen people who are damaged by the lack of love, by the lack of emotion. But I really wonder in our world sometimes, do we just give our children too much leeway? Too much? Never before in the history of the world have children been so doted on, shielded from adversity. They're not given responsibility. They don't even have to do household chores. In fact, many kids just get participation trophies. I know my kids, my son specifically, got a trophy for a chess competition for being the 15th most improved player. There's a problem with this, in my opinion, because we create adults who have no resilience. They have zero conflict management skills, no staying power, and of course, the inflated sense of self and an exaggerated ego. And this is where I see a dating quandary. I deal with singles all the time. People are desperate to get married. The problem is, without communication skills, conflict skills, they're ill prepared for real life. And I can tell you that I've seen people with PhDs from Harvard who are lacking these skills. I truly believe part of the solution is to teach our children from a young age how to have a sense of responsibility, how to know how to contribute to the world, how to have a sense of empathy. And I think of Rebbetzin Youngrice, Zichron Lebracha, who often shared stories from parenting her own children. And she always told us that when her children came home with a report card, she didn't care about the grade. She didn't care what was written there for their numbers. She wanted to know what were their character traits. Or she told us stories about when her kids were crying over silly things. She would remind them to save those tears and cry for someone in pain, someone who's ill, someone who's poor, someone who's lonely. In this way, we can teach our kids to be givers and not takers, to have these life skills that they need to be sensitive, resilient, empathetic. We all know that a generous adult starts as a generous child. An outward focused adult starts as being an outward focused child. But there's a lesson here not just for our children. There's a lesson here for each of us, because it's not too late to improve our own characters. Jewish philosophy constantly talks about the need to refine ourselves, to move ourselves to be a better person. Perhaps you can think, or all of us can think of the things we can do to improve ourselves so that we can be a better person for this world. Go be unstoppable.